Hello and welcome to Greensburg, Kansas for the Kiowa County Mavericks final home game of their 2011 season against the Hodgeman County Longhorns. It is the last home game of the season here for the Mavericks, but we're also proud to say it is our first inaugural live broadcast for the Kiowa County Media Center, so we're excited to be here and bring you this game here tonight. I am joined tonight by our special guest commentator, Travis Barnes.
Thank you. I'm filling in for Tony Factor this evening, so hopefully I won't embarrass myself too much.
No, we'll have a contest. Whoever embarrasses themselves more owes the other one a Coke.
I think I can meet
We'll
that
let the
bet.
guys in the trailer decide who wins this bet. So, again, just glad to have you here joining us here tonight. And please feel free to pass along the website or the information for this live broadcast to your friends. If you have any family from out of town who weren't able to make this game, please let them know. Again, our website, if you're watching this, you should know it, but it's live.kwksmedia.org.
I like the pink leggings the guys are wearing tonight for breast cancer. I think that's a nice touch. It goes really well with the burnt orange.
Yeah, I don't know if aesthetically it does, but it's a great show of support for a worthy cause. One thing is, I don't think we'll have any trouble telling a Maverick player from a Hodgeman County player.
That is most definitely true.
Well, we're getting ready to start the game here. Tyree will be doing the kicking for the Mavericks. And that is number 5, Jared Borger, who will be doing the receiving. And deep kick for the Mavericks. Pretty good one. Borger fields it at about the 5. He brings it out. Moving to his right, but he's wrapped up quickly by the Mavericks. And it looks like the Longhorns will start the game at their own 19.
Pretty decent coverage for the Mavericks on that play. They really got downfield really well and broke through the blocks.
Yeah, and that's actually a little change of pace for the Mavericks. A lot of times this season they have favored shorter, more onside-style kicks, but elected to kick it deep that time and worked out well for them. Looks like that number 10, Austin Fanninsteel's quarterbacking. And first snap of the game.
Fumble.
That is a fumble. And that is recovered by the Mavericks. So great start for the Mavericks tonight.
Lyman Moorhead. Nice recovery. He really got in there and got on that ball.
The fumble moved the ball up a little bit. The Mavericks will start their first possession of the game just inside the 20. So they're in good shape here. Hopefully get out to an early lead. Trevor Powell is quarterbacking for the Mavericks. He's going to keep it, running up the middle. He gets inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Again, Powell is quarterbacking for the Mavericks because their typical starting quarterback, Ross Binford, was unfortunately injured last week with a broken ankle. He'll be out for the rest of the season.
It's a big loss for the Mavericks. Big loss. But I think Trevor Powell, he'll have his work cut out for him tonight, but I think he'll do pretty decent.
No, he's young. He's a sophomore, but again, I think he'll adjust quickly to his new task and hopefully lead the Mavericks offense very effectively tonight. Takes the snap. Hands off to Keenan Behe, and Behe gets some really good yardage. He'll take it down to about the 11, 12-yard line. 7. Thank you. Yeah, 7-yard line.
And that's enough for a memory.
And I'm quickly behind on our bet tonight.
Coke has never tasted this sweet.
I should have made it something different because I don't like Coke. Which I guess that makes it okay if I'm going to lose the bet since I won't have to drink it. So first and goal for the Mavericks from the 7-yard line. Powell takes a snap. Looks like he's going to keep it up the middle. He's got a room, and he's going to get in the end zone untouched.
Nice run. Major hole. The line did a really good job breaking open that hole, and Trevor just shot right through the middle and right into the end zone.
Yep, so really great start for the Mavericks here with a quick fumble recovery, forced a turnover, and we're able to convert that into 6 points with just 3 plays.
It's a good start for the Mavericks tonight. Really good start. It's good to get on the board early.
And on the conversion, Powell takes a snap. He hands off to Behe, and
Matt, it really looks like the Mavericks offensive line is just having their way with the defensive line of
tell you, Behe did a nice little Darren Sproles impression there, I think. Quick feet.
I don't know if I necessarily go that far, but you know, he's young yet. He can work on it. He can make it happen.
So with that successful conversion, the Mavericks jump out to a quick 8-0 lead. And that's their first points with less than a minute left expired here in the game. So nothing beats a quick score.
Except for 2 quick scores.
Or 3 or 4 or 5. But there's only so much you could get done in 1 minute of a football game.
True. I think it's the pink stockings. I think that's the magic tonight.
I will not disagree with you. Power of pink. And Tyree will kick off again, just like he did to start the game. And Borger receives the kick at the 5-yard line. Brings it out to the left side. He's got some room. Better return this time for the Longhorns. Borger brings it out to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, coverage wasn't quite as good as the last time.
Now Borger just kind of received that kick, started running straight ahead, and got quite a few yards behind him before he was brought down. Van Steele takes a snap. He's going to keep it. Runs up the middle, but not a lot of room. He only gets up to about the 30-yard line. Gain of 2.
Yeah, they really dived in on that play. There wasn't very much of a gap at all for him to go through. So,
looks like the officials are going to give a generous spot by my eye. They're marking that closer to the 31, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Borger takes a snap. The handoff is to, let's see if I can see the bottom of the pile. You see what? 21, Tanner Kier was the carry. He got quite a few yards up to the Longhorn 36-yard line. Will be 3rd and a short 2. Borger takes the snap. He's running to his right. He's going to keep it.
Oh, nice
Not a lot of room
nice
there,
pursuit,
and he's going to be stopped for no gain.
Well done.
So that'll be 4th and 2 from the 36. We'll see what the Longhorns elect to do. If they'll play it safe and punt it away, or try to gain a couple yards for a first down.
It's 8-man football. You go for it.
Usually that's the case, but this is early. They're on their own side of the field, so it looks like they will elect to punt it away. At least that's what they want the Mavericks to believe.
Ooh.
Punt is away. Powell is set to receive it, but he's going to let it drop. Goes out of bounds at about the 22-yard line of the Mavericks. So not a bad punt.
Oh, not bad. It looked like it went off the side of his foot a little bit and kind of angled out, ducked out of the out.
True, but still a decently long field for the Mavericks. But their first drive, really, they didn't have any trouble moving the ball. We'll see if they can keep up the success here. Powell lines up the shotgun. He keeps it up the middle. Not a lot of room there for him, and he looks like he's probably going to lose a yard on that carry.
Yeah, the hole closed up really, really quick on them, and Powell tried to get back to the right-hand side, and
he did get back to the original line of scrimmage, but nothing else. That'll be ring up 2nd and 10 from the 22. Powell lines up in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He hands off to Behe, but not much room for Behe on that play. He'll gain maybe 2 yards out to the 20, almost the 24. It'll be 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8 for the Mavericks. See if they can dig into their long yardage playbook and get this first down.
Oh, that's some movement there. Looks like Lyman was offside.
Yeah, I do believe that will make
start.
this first down even a little harder to get than it already was for the Mavericks. False start is indeed the case, so our illustrious guest commentator called it right. You're still ahead on the bet.
I like watching football.
See, that's where you and I differ. I'm a baseball guy myself, so.
Oh, I like baseball too.
That's true. I'm not much of a football game. So we've got 3rd and 13. Looks like Powell's trying to pass it. He's trying to get Creighton McDonald. Creighton McDonald was the intended receiver, but just overthrown a tad. That'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 13, deep in their own territory. What's your call here?
You go for it.
You go for it?
No, I would punt. I would punt in this situation.
I'm saying
it's probably the prudent decision. You don't want to give the ball over at their own.
You're just taking pity on me there with that other call and trying to even up the score on this wager.
Ooh. Looks like the Hodgeman County gentleman almost got a hand on it.
Borger takes the punt. He gets out to about the 37 of the Longhorns. So the Longhorns will have pretty good field position starting from near midfield.
Yeah, Artery really wrapped him up pretty good. So after the quick 3 and out, the Longhorns will take over and try to even the score. Borger takes the snap. He's keeping rolling out to his right. He's going to try throwing it. That is complete to Austin Fannensteel. So nice long gain for the Longhorns there. That completion brings it inside the Maverick 20 to the 18. Yeah, Fannin still showed some really good concentration on that catch there with the Maverick defender right in his face. Really nice hands. Borger behind center, takes the snap. It's a handoff to number 3, Landon Henning. Henning gets the ball to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of about 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Longhorns.
Let's see if the Mavericks can.
Borger behind center. Handoff that time is to number 2, Alex Krager. Ball is loose. But looks like they ruled him down before the ball came out. So he was down before he lost control of the ball there. But still a good defensive play for the Mavericks. That's no gain on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 14-yard line. Borger takes the snap. Handoff is to Krager. Yeah, but Krager, nothing doing for him. Yeah, it looks like Rustin really punched through there and got good penetration in the backfield. Yeah, after giving up that long pass play, the Maverick defense has really kind of buckled down and stopped them dead. Here at 4th and 7, but deep in the Maverick territory, they will be going for it here. Borger, he's going to be passing it. Didn't have anyone open, and he is going to be sacked. Nice defensive stand. So, yep, it was Rustin again. Yeah, really. Actually, just good defense all around. The defensive line got some penetration, pressured Borger before he had a chance to find an open receiver, and were able to contain him before he was able to find any open ground. So that's a turnover on downs. So good job by the Mavericks defense, and they'll try to move the ball down the field, starting from their own. What do you call it? 16-yard line, 17-yard line? Yeah, 16 and a half. 16 and a half. 16 and 2/3. Yeah, so 16 and 2/3. That's one for me. There you go. The back half is 16 and a half. Powell from the shotgun. He's going to keep it, running to his right. Not much room for him. He's going to get out to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of just 2. After that first series, the Longhorn defense has been doing a pretty good job of containing the run these last couple series.
Yeah, they've really been matching up really well with the Mavericks' offensive line. It looks like they're not really pushing too deep into the backfield, but they're also not giving up any ground at all.
Yeah, it's tough to move the ball down the field if you're only getting 2 or 3 yards at a time, which is generally what the Mavericks have been able to do these last couple plays. But it's an early game yet. Powell takes a snap.
Oh,
he hands off to Behe, who is immediately met by a wall of Longhorns.
Yeah,
that's going to be a loss of yardage.
They really had that play called. They saw it coming a mile away.
I see. Last time you said that the Longhorns weren't getting a lot of penetration, but that time they definitely did. Call that a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 17-yard line of the Mavericks.
Let's see if Trevor airs it out again here.
Powell takes a snap, but it looks like he will be throwing it off to the left side.
Oh, he's got blockers out in front of him.
That is nice. Jordan Wyrick on the reception. He had quite a bit of open field in front of him. Wyrick brings it out to about the 31-yard line. That's good for a first down.
Yeah, Matt, he really had good blockers set up there. It was a really, really well-designed play.
We call that a screen, kind of, almost?
Yeah, it would.
Just a quick pass to the outside, get some open field, and worked well that time.
Move the chains.
So Mavericks get a first down from their own 31-yard line. Powell's going to keep it, running up to his right. He's got a lot of open field in front of him. Is anyone going to be able to catch him? No, they won't.
Well
long
done.
Touchdown run for Powell.
I'll tell you what, Trevor Powell, he's really got some wheels behind him. Once he gets open field, there's nobody going to be able to catch up with him.
I tell you, just right when he got about 10 yards downfield, I thought there was a chance for some Longhorn players to catch him, but once he had that open field, he just increased what little gap there was. They didn't have a chance, you're right. So great run by Powell, great blocking by the line, and Mavericks extend their lead. Powell takes a snap. He's running to his left. He's going to keep it.
Yeah, he just completely outran the coverage there. Completely.
A well-designed play, and another 2-point conversion where the Mavericks get in the end zone without being touched. So here, just inside of 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter, the Mavericks have a 16-0 lead over the Hodgeman County Longhorns.
Yeah, Matt, this game is really coming along for the Mavericks. I think they're really showing that they can move the ball against this Longhorn defense and put points up on the board.
Defense has been doing very well, aside from that one big pass play on that last series. Really been doing a really good job of containing Hodgeman County's running game. And a little inconsistent from time to time on the offensive side of the ball, but in the end of the day, or at the end of the first 8 minutes of the game at least, they've got 2 touchdowns and none for Hodgeman County. So good start for the Mavericks.
Let's see if they continue to do well on their kickoff coverage.
Yeah, the first 2 kickoffs for the Mavericks were nice and deep. And if they stay true to form here, Tyree will be doing the kicking. And he will again, and he'll be kicking off to Jared Borger for the Longhorns. Another deep kick. Borger receives it about the 5 again. He runs forward up the middle. Not much room for him that time.
Yeah, man, it looked like Coulter Brown got a hand on him there and didn't completely wrap up, but stopped him enough that he got off balance and got knocked down.
Yep, so the Longhorns will start from their own 24 and try to put a dent in this early Maverick lead.
First and 10 for Longhorns at their own 24-yard line.
Borger lines up behind center. He's going to try to keep it, but he has nothing going. He's going to lose a yard or 2 on that one.
Rustin Artery, he's just having his way with that Longhorn offensive lineman. every play he's consistently been pushing through and getting to the quarterback or getting into the backfield.
Just soon as Borger tried moving forward, he was met and didn't have a chance to get any yardage. That's a loss of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11 for the Longhorns. Borger takes the snap. He pitches back. That is number 3, I believe, Landon Henning. Landon Henning on the carry. He gets a few yards, but not a lot. They're going to mark that play down at about the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6. Longhorns line up in a spread shotgun formation this time. We'll see what they do in this formation. Borger will be passing it. Throws to his right.
Oh, threw behind his receiver.
Yep, that was intended for number 2, Alex Krager. But again, just didn't quite lead the receiver enough, and that's incomplete. Bring up 4th and 6 for the Longhorns.
Yeah, the Longhorns did a pretty decent job there on pass protection, giving him time to actually get the ball down the field. He didn't look too pressured at all.
No, and Borger looks like he's got a good arm on him. A couple passes so far. First was actually really well thrown right to the receiver. That one had good speed on it, just a little off the mark. Powell signals for the fair catch, which he'll catch that at the 23-yard line, where the Mavericks will take over. Apologize to our friends from Hodgeman County. That was Fanning Steele quarterbacking on that last play for the Longhorns. So it looks like I'm an early deficit on my little wager here with my partner.
There's still a lot of game to be played.
And we've got a timeout on the field.
It's a great time for me to introduce to you our cheerleaders for this evening, who are all decked out in pink. Pink ladies of the evening. Here is Erica Barbara.
Welcome back to the game after that quick timeout. Mavericks have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 23. Powell takes a snap. He's going to keep it up the middle. That was a pretty good effort by Powell. He didn't have a lot of room, but he stayed with it and moved the ball forward when there wasn't much room.
Yeah, but he only gained about 2 yards on that play. They really did do some good.
Yeah. So with that 2-yard gain, that brings the Mavericks up to the 25-yard line. Will be 2nd and 8. Powell takes a snap. He keeps it, running to his left. And he gets past a tackler, and he's going to pick up enough yardage for a first down. Gets up to about the 38-yard line of the Mavericks, where the Mavericks will have a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, that was a really nice run by Trevor Powell. He once he saw that he had an open lane on the outside, he just bumped right out and moved the chains, which is...
Yeah, it looked like there was a Longhorn defender there, a chance to bring him down before he got outside, but Powell was able to turn that corner and have open field in front of him and make a nice long gain. First and 10 for the Mavericks near midfield. Powell takes a snap. Looks like he's going to keep it, running up the middle. He gains a couple up to midfield. Be 2nd and 8 from the 40. And tell you, from this range of the field, this is one of the rare times where I should be able to spot the ball about where it is because it's directly in front of me, the midfield. I'm notoriously bad. I'm 5 or 10 yards off if you get near an end zone, but near midfield, I'm okay.
You know, they have this neat little cheat thing, Matt. It's called numbers. They're actually painted on the field for you. So
I know. That makes it all the more sad that I can't get it right. I can see them. I can read them just fine. Just they don't mean anything to me.
We'll work on it.
With your help, I might get there. Powell keeps the snap again. Yet again, not a lot of room for him.
Yeah, the Longhorns are really closing down the interior of the field there against the Mavericks.
Mavericks not having a lot of success when they try to go up the middle of the field. They're having most of their success when they try to put it out the outside. That's a gain of about 3 for Powell on that carry. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the Longhorn 37. Powell takes a snap. He hands off to Behe. He tries to run to the outside, but he's not able to turn that corner. And that's only about a 2-yard gain.
Looks like there's an injured Maverick on the field there. Slow getting up, number 44.
Coulter Brown, number 44, slow to get up, but he is up now, so hopefully he's okay. That will be the final play of the first quarter. So we'll start the second quarter with the Mavericks bringing to a 16-0 lead and facing a 4th and short. Looking back to the start of the second quarter here in this game, we'd like to send it down to Katie Large for a sideline report.
With the loss of their quarterback in last week's game against Maxville, the Mavericks are showing they aren't missing a beat. They're coming out firing on all pistons tonight, getting a fumble recovery early in the first quarter and running it in for a touchdown. The score is now 16-0, showing the Longhorns that we are ready for a fight tonight. Back to you guys.
First down. He gets the ball down to the 25-yard line of the Longhorns. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Good start to the second quarter.
Very good start. It's nice to see a 4th down conversion there. The Mavericks are having really good luck bumping to the outside. I think Trevor Powell's speed is just overmatching the Hodgeman County Longhorns.
Powell keeps it. He's going to cut back up the middle. He's got open field. That's a touchdown, but we have a flag down at about the 15-yard line. My guess is that's probably not going to be good news for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I think it might have been holding on the Mavericks.
Officials deciding what they're wanting to do here. And that is an illegal block against the Mavericks, so that play unfortunately is coming back.
Which is really too bad. Trevor Powell saw that hole wide open and cut back and really hit it hard.
Yeah, the one bright spot to that penalty is it's a spot foul, so instead of pushing him back, way back, they'll actually only end up starting 1 yard behind where they started the last play since the penalty occurred downfield.
Yeah, they really lucked out with that play. As far as penalties goes, that's about the best situation you can imagine.
Yep, 1st and 11 for the Mavericks from the Longhorn 26. See if they can repeat that without the penalty. Well, they tried to. Powell kept the ball up the middle again, but not nearly as much room that time. It's going to be no gain.
Yeah, the Longhorn defensive line really got some good penetration there.
So Mavericks will have 2nd down and 11 from the Longhorn 26. See what play the coaching staff of the Mavericks call here. Powell in the shotgun. Tyree in motion. Powell's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to try to throw. Not much open for him. He throws it up way high. Oh. That was Keenan Behe open near the end zone. Actually, a pretty good pass, all things considered, from Powell. Behe, unfortunately, was not able to come down with it.
You really got to catch that. He hit him in his hands.
Yeah, and in Behe's defense, that was more like catching a punt than catching a pass. But again, Powell did a great job just getting that away under the pressure he was in. He did a good job avoiding the pass rush of the Longhorns to the outside and just buying himself enough time to make that throw.
And in Behe's defense, the defender did happen to bump into him a little bit as the ball was coming in.
But it will be 3rd and 11 for the Mavericks. Powell's going to keep it, run to his right. Not much room for him, unfortunately, and he's only able to bring it up to about the 23-yard line. Bring up 4th and a long 8. So go for it.
The Maverick defense has been really, really holding up against the Longhorns, so I would go for it. I would definitely go for it on this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no sense punting this close, and if you don't have a kicker that can make a decently long field goal, it's about your only choice.
Oh,
unfortunately, that's a pick. Powell is able to bring down the intercepting receiver, but not before the Longhorns return it back to the 28-yard line of the Mavericks.
That was number 20, Dakota Coates, with the interception there. Powell did a really good job of.
Well, Dakota did a good job reading that play. Just stepped right in front of the pass, and at that point, it was just Powell. You know, Powell was the only person between him and a touchdown, but Powell was able to save the touchdown. Borger pitches back. That was number 2, Alex Krager. Krager brings it out to about the 25-yard line. That's a gain of just over 2. Second and about 7. Borger takes a snap. He's going to keep it. Actually, he's going to try to pass it. That's a pass complete to Fennensteel. So that's the first points for the Longhorns tonight.
Yeah, he really let it up there for Fennensteel. And Fennensteel just caught it. Nice, good hands. Easy touchdown.
Yep, that was a pretty good play all around for the Longhorns. Nice pass by Borger and a nice catch by Fannensteel. So Longhorns get their first points of the night, and they'll try to get within a touchdown here with a 2-point conversion. Borger keeps it, but he's met quickly by the defensive line of the Mavericks. No good.
Yeah, the defensive line really bunkered down on that one. Each of them were in their position. There was no gap whatsoever. They were just waiting for him to come through that hole.
Yeah, got to actually give a lot of props to the Maverick defensive line tonight. The running game for the Longhorns really hasn't been there very much. What yardage they have gained has been through the air. So we got 9:13 left to play here in the first half, and it's a 16-6 game in favor of the Mavericks. Tell you, a beautiful night. We don't get a lot of beautiful weather days and nights here in Kansas, but I have to classify tonight as one of them.
Yeah, it really hasn't. It's starting to cool down a little bit, but not as cold as it was the other night.
Yeah, we had our first freeze of the year the other night, but I don't think it's going to do that tonight.
I can tell you what, my allergies have definitely been bothering me lately. We need that. We need another hard freeze to stop the pollen.
Mine started bothering me a few weeks ago, but thankfully the last week or so they kind of died down. So you must be allergic to different stuff than you are. We're ready to kick off here. Behe and Powell will be doing the receiving for the Mavericks. Short kick on the ground for the Longhorns. Powell gets it after it gets by Behe. Powell's still on his feet. He's finally going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky. The ball bounced off Behe right into Powell's arms.
Tell you, that's
could have been dangerous.
A novel but effective kick nonetheless for the Longhorns. That was just a ground ball, just a deep onside kick, I guess, where it took a lot of weird bounces and was difficult for the Mavericks to come up with it. But in the end, Powell was able to grab it and got it back out to the 25. Powell takes a snap. He's going to keep it, running up the middle. Some good yardage for him there. He gets out to about the 31. That's a gain of 6.
Matt, I think you need to go down there and get you one of those pink pom-poms. That'd look really nice on your desk.
If I wasn't so busy here, I would take you right up on that. Plus, I feel kind of guilty about stealing one from a cheerleader. I don't know.
Oh, I think if you asked nicely, they'd hook you up.
Got a point there. So 2nd and about 4 for the Mavericks. Powell takes a snap. He hands off to Behe. Behe has some room.
Nice blocking ahead.
Good blocking, and Behe's able to take advantage of those holes.
Yeah, that was a really, really well-designed play. The offensive line just pretty much pushed the defenders back. Behe kept his legs moving and got a first down.
Behe was able to get that past midfield out to the Longhorn 37, where the Mavericks will have a fresh set of downs. Powell in the shotgun, takes the snap. Another handoff to Behe. He's up the middle, and he's got more room, and he gets by everybody. Oh, but is not quite able to get in the end zone. He is tripped up at the 1 by number 44, Zach Blurton. Nice play by Burton to save a touchdown there.
I'll tell you what, Behe he's such small in stature that he's just pretty high, hid behind the offensive line the whole time. And then when he broke free, his legs just...
Yep. So great run by Behe there. They mark him down at the 2-yard line, but still good shape for the Mavericks, where they'll have 1st and goal with just 2 yards to punch it in.
I'd like to see him hand off to Behe again, just so he can finish what he started. It's always good to get some completion to that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. Let's see what they do that. It looks like Powell's going to keep it, and he's going to get in.
Just walks right on in.
Well, sorry, Behe, you did most of the work on that drive, but Powell gets the glory. Such is life as a running back.
You play for the name on front, not the name on back.
Sage words, my friend. So with that touchdown, the Mavericks extend their lead to 22-6, and they'll try to tack on 2 more. Powell takes a snap. He's going to run to his left, trying to get the corner, but he's not going to get there.
Yeah, the Longhorns had really good pursuit on that play, and just really Powell had nowhere to go. He just kept running right on out of bounds.
Yeah, just kept stringing it out to the left side, trying to find a hole, but one never came. Still, good series for the Mavericks. They were able to answer the first score of the Longhorns very quickly and extend their lead back out to 22-6.
You better not do that. You don't have much left up there. I know.
So, Matt, you're looking forward to basketball season.
I am looking forward to basketball season. I'm sure you probably have noticed if you've listened to me broadcast many of these games, including tonight, I often have no idea what I'm talking about. I.e., a hard, deep kick along the ground is a squib kick. I just learned that about 5 minutes ago. So basketball, however, is much more my wheelhouse. I'm not an avid basketball follower, but I used to play it some, and I'm much more comfortable knowing what's what on a basketball court as opposed to a football field. So hopefully you'll be joining us once basketball season starts up, and I'll be able to give you a little bit better commentary as the plays unfold there, just for the fact that, again, hopefully I'll have some idea. Not a good idea what I'm talking about at that point, but at least some idea, as opposed to no idea, which is what you're hearing right now. So that was another effective squib kick. Now that I know that term, I'm going to use it a lot. But the squib kick stayed on the ground quite a bit before the Longhorns picked it up, and by the time they didn't really have much room to run anywhere. So they'll start at about the 24-yard line. They're on 24.
Yeah, it looked like it was the ball was almost getting ready to head out of bounds, but it looked like it kind of died there by the side, which is really fortuitous for the.
I believe that's probably what the Longhorns receiving team was thinking. Just odd shaped ball, don't know where it's going to bounce, and it never went out.
Man, I am very impressed with Rustin Arter. He just stays in position, wraps up good.
Yeah, Borger handed off to Cure on that play, but as my Nice commentator to the left of me observed. Not much room for cure there. Maybe half a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that was a pretty generous spot by the refs there.
Forward momentum. If any part of the ball ever got there, that's where they're going to mark it. Even if that's not where he ended. I do know that at least. Borger's going to pass. He's got Finnenstein, and that is another completion deep for the Longhorns.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. Just floated it right into.
Right. Fannenstein, not Fannenstein. And again, especially to our friends watching from Hodgeman County, I do my best trying to get these names correct, but my best is often not good enough.
If you noticed, I just pluralize them all together and say the Hodgeman County Longhorn receiver or quarterback. Of course, I'm not as experienced at this as you are.
Handoff is number 2, Alex Krager. But following the trend here in the first half, the running game not doing a lot for the Longhorns. Krager only gets it to the 19-yard line of the Mavericks. Be 2nd and 8. Borger lines up behind center. He's going to keep it, roll out to his right, but not much anything there, and he's going to be sacked. That is a big loss for the Longhorns. Push them back to the 25-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd and 14. Looks like Fannenstein is going to be doing the quarterbacking on this from the shotgun. He is going to be passing it, and he has got number 2, Alex Krager, wide open in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Fannenstein, he had a bullet. He threw that on a rope right at him.
Yeah, Fannenstein's been doing pretty well on the receiving end of the ball, but he's showing he can throw it there too. So, passing game really working well for the Longhorns. I guess if you can't run it, but you can pass it, you pass it.
You do what works.
So Longhorns line up for the 2-point conversion. Fannenstein will be quarterbacking again, and he'll be throwing again. But he gets away from pressure.
Didn't make it in.
But did not make it in.
Yeah, the Mavericks had really good penetration. Fannenstein got ready to throw, and Lyman was right there in his face.
Good pressure from the D-line of the Mavericks. But got to give credit to Fannenstein. He tried to make something out of nothing there and almost made it in on the scramble, but Mavericks were able to close on him and keep him out. So 22-12, Mavericks have a 10-point lead. So here, with just under 6 minutes left to go in the first half, Kiowa County Mavericks have a 22-12 lead over the Hodgeman County Longhorns and will be receiving the kickoff. It'll be Trevor Powell and Keenan Behe deep for the Mavericks.
Looks like Jordan Wyrick is laying down here on the Maverick sideline, Matt. Looks like EMS is calling for the stretcher.
Never like to see that.
No, that is not good at all.
Short kick. Yep. Lyman Moorhead picked that kick up and powered his way forward.
Good field position for the Mavericks here. But our hearts and prayers are with Wyrick down on the sideline here.
Yeah, that's got to give your best wishes to Wyrick as they're actually bringing out a stretcher for him. So let's hope that it's not as serious as it may seem and he'll bounce back sooner rather than later. Powell in the shotgun. Hands off to Behe up the middle. He's got a little room. He keeps moving forward, brings some of the pile with him, and he brings it out to about the 37-yard line of the Longhorns. That's about a 8-9 yard gain.
Yeah, he just tucked right in behind Lyman and ran downfield. Looked like the ball came out too, but it looks the refs ruled him down by contact, so there was no fumble on the play.
End result is a nice gain. And Mavericks will have a short second and 1 here to try and keep the chains moving. Powell takes a snap, but it gets by him. He's able to recover it, but not before. That's a big loss for the Mavericks. That'll back them up to the 30-yard line where it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, the snap just looked like it got away from the center, went right over Trevor's head.
So with that large loss, it'll be 3rd and about 14 yards to go. So again, the Mavericks have to dig deep and try to find a long gaining play to get a first down. Tyree in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Powell looks like he's going to try to pass.
Goes deep.
That is another interception. That is Borger who picked that ball off with a good catch.
Trevor.
And Powell gets a little revenge with a hard hit to bring down Borger, but that's we have a penalty flag on the field. And that's going to be an illegal block against the Longhorns, so that'll back them up a little bit and force them back on their own side of the field. So it's a pretty good catch on that interception by Borger. A little bit of acrobatics there.
Yeah, he really saw that ball coming in, jumped up and grabbed it.
That pass was intended for number 2, Keenan Behe, by the way. It just didn't quite get to Behe, and Borger was able to pick it off. So Longhorns will start this drive at their own 33, and they will do their best to try and make it a pretty close game as we get close to halftime here with 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Borger will be quarterbacking this time for the Longhorns. He'll line up behind center. Takes a snap, and he loses the snap. We'll see who came up with it.
Looks like he got back on top of it.
It looks like he recovered his own fumble, but well, that's a 1-yard fumble recovery. He dropped it. He dropped it a little bit forward, so 2nd and 9. Borger takes the snap, trying to run it up the middle, but once again, not much room for him.
Yeah, the Longhorn running game was really being shut down by the Mavericks tonight.
Yep. Be only 1 more yard on that play, be 3rd and 8 from the 35-yard line of the Longhorns, and you're absolutely right there, Travis. Longhorns have been able to do some damage here, but it's all been over the air, not much on the ground.
Looks like Fannenstein's back in quarterback too.
Steele, he's going to be passing it. Not much there for him. He's going to scramble forward. And he gets around a Maverick defender to gain some nice yardage. He's able to get it inside Maverick territory down to the 30-yard line. That's a nice long gain, more than enough for a first down.
All the way down to the Mavericks.
Tell you, Mavericks had good penetration there, good coverage, no one open, but Fannenstein was able to scramble, find some gaps, and gain some good yards.
Yeah, he definitely did that all with his legs there, Matt.
Yeah.
As opposed to his elbows.
Borger's back to the quarterbacking. Hands it off to, that is number 3, Landon Henning. And just as when we were saying that there wasn't much going for the running game of the Longhorns, they just had to go and prove us wrong. So we're both wrong there. No change on the status of our little wager.
Fair enough.
Let's let Jordan know we're praying for him as he rides out here.
Looks like they're taking Jordan off the field now on the stretcher.
Let's hope he bounces back. It's never a happy sight to see is when a player has to leave on the stretcher. That's Jordan Wyrick for the Mavericks. So best wishes to Jordan and all his family. Hopefully we'll be back at school here pretty soon. Borger going to roll out to his right, and he's got plenty of room for the corner. So that is good on the two-point conversion, and we have ourselves a two-point ball game.
Yeah, he really set that play up with a decent fake.
Yep, fake the handoff to going to the left. He went to, what's what do you call that, a bootleg?
No. Yes.
Yep. Ha. So bootleg. See, I guess I do know something. Played a little bit of Madden back in my day.
Those were the days.
Yes.
Good old Super Nintendo.
Show my age. Madden 93, I believe it was.
Yes. Countless hours.
But 2:43 left to play here in the first half. A couple quick scores by the Longhorns, and they're right back in this game. They trail the Mavericks by only 2 points.
Yeah, Matt, they have been. The Longhorns and the Mavericks look like they are pretty evenly matched here.
Yeah, they're similar in a lot of ways, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, possibly. They both have horns and
nearly synonymous.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm having trouble with our opponents sometimes here in that last week we had the Mustangs of Maxville, and again, you both have kind of Old West animals starting with them. I was always getting mixed up. I'm surprised I'm not doing it tonight with Longhorns and Mavericks being very, very similar mascots in and of themselves. Got another squib kick. And that is fallen on by Lyman Moorhead. Probably did a smart thing there and just covered the ball and give the Maverick offense a chance to move it down and try to extend their lead here with just 2:43 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, I'd really like to see the Mavericks drive down the field here with the time that they have left, just to give them that cushion going into halftime.
Well, and it's just, again, try to get a little momentum back. They had a nice 16-point lead till just recently, and be good to get a little bit of breathing room and just a little bit of morale boost heading into the second half.
Absolutely.
See if they're able to do that. Powell takes a snap, hands off to number 44, Coulter Brown. Not a lot of room.
Looks like there's a flag on the play.
We'll see what that flag is. And unfortunately, we have another Maverick down. That is Coulter Brown, the ball carrier. Word from our production trailer, we're going to take a break. So we're going to take a break here for this injury timeout. Look forward to you to join us when play resumes. That's a good sight to see after that injury timeout. Coulter Brown was able to leave the field under his own power and is walking fairly normally, so hopefully we'll see him back again tonight.
Looks like there's a holding call too, Matt, so that's why they moved the ball back here.
Yeah, so not the best of start for this drive for the Mavericks. They'll have first and about 20 to go from their own 11-yard line. Powell fakes a pass, has a little bit of room, brings it out to about the 17-yard line. It's a gain of about 7. Bring up second and just about 13. Clock's ticking down. We have just over 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Powell takes a snap. He's going to keep it, running around to his right side, but not a lot of room. Looks like actually that's going to be no gain. He's only able to get out to the 17-yard line where that play started from.
Yeah, the Longhorns really snuffed that play out from the beginning there. They were right in the gap when he tried to go through.
There'll be a timeout on the play. Looks like the Longhorns are going to try to get the ball back with some time on the clock and maybe even go into halftime with the lead. So see if the Mavericks are able to put a dash on those plans and pick up a first down on 3rd and long. As he's hit, but not able to find the receiver.
Yeah, that play was really covered.
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
No, good.
I was going to say the pass was intended for Trevor Tyree.
Yeah, Trevor was really covered on that play. He had two Longhorn defenders on both sides of him.
Yep, throwing into double coverage, not successful for the Mavericks, and it looks like they'll be forced to punt here on 4th and 13. Looks like Powell will be doing the punting for the Mavericks. And Borger looks to be deep for the Longhorns.
Oh,
and that
nice
is blocked punt. So good penetration for the Longhorns special teams, and they're going to be in great shape to take the lead here late in the first half.
Looks like Fannin still got a really, really good hand on that. As he came through, he textbook laid out, got it.
So with just under a minute and a half left to play in the first half, the Longhorns will be 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line. See if the Maverick defense can keep the lead here. No, that's a touchdown for the Longhorns. That's Alex Krieger, number 2, getting the honors.
That's a really bad turn of events for the Mavericks.
Tell you, that's, not how you really like to end a half. Kind of a big momentum shift here late in the favor of the Longhorns. So instead of going into the halftime with a lead, it looks like the Mavericks may very well go in behind unless they're able to score quick once they get the ball back. Oh, Borger loses the snap. And he is forced out of bounds. That is no good on the conversion.
With a minute 24 left on the clock, Matt, I really think the Mavericks have a chance to go down the field here, especially if they get, if the Longhorns continue to do squib kicks and not kick it deep, give the Mavericks good field position after this kickoff.
Yeah, Mavericks themselves have had some success with a couple big plays, so definitely can't rule them out for a score. Just they'll do their best and try to get this lead back as we approach halftime. So the Longhorns will be kicking off with 1:24 left to play in the first half. Powell and Behe will be deep to receive for the Mavericks, although not many kicks have been getting back to them. So we'll see how the Longhorns elect to kick here with the lead. Be another squib kick. And that is fielded by Behe. And he's able to bring that ball back out past the 30 to about the 33.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Mavericks run a couple plays outside here and let Powell, move the ball down the field with his legs and really get to the edge.
That is where the Mavericks have had most of their success tonight, is around outside corners. So let's see if. Yeah, and again, the other advantage of that is get the ball out of bounds. The clock stops, it gives you a little more time. Hand off to Behe. He runs up the middle to the right.
And that works as well.
That's a nice gain for Behe. He brings it out to the 31-yard line of the Longhorns. So that's a nice first play.
Very nice, very nice. Didn't take much time off the clock, moved the chains.
But the clock will start here
once
punch in
and take the lead.
Yeah. So 1:11 left to play here in the first half, and Mavericks have the ball inside Longhorn territory. Powell takes a snap, hand off to Behe again, but not much room for Behe that time. He only gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and the Mavericks will take a timeout and stop the clock. Welcome back here to Greensburg. Mavericks have 2nd and 10 with just under a minute left to go. Handoff is to Behe. He has some room ahead of him. Running up the middle, however, that's going to run some time off the clock.
Yeah, man, it really is. I really would have liked to see him get to the sideline there and stop the clock.
So, yeah, that was a nice gain, but time's ticking down. 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Again, Mavericks are trying to regain the lead. They're down 22-26.
Yeah, there was no blocking whatsoever on that. Lyman really got pushed back there, and they were up into Trevor before he even had a chance to do anything with it.
So with that play, the Mavericks will take another timeout with 27 seconds left to play. Well, welcome back here with 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Mavericks have 4th and about 4, and they're going to be going for it. And that is an incomplete pass intended for Trevor Tyree.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to set up the screen pass there, Matt, but Trevor's pass was just not where it needed to be and threw behind his receiver.
Yeah, so looks like that momentum the Mavericks were searching for to head into the locker room won't quite be there. 23.6 seconds left to play here in the first half, and the Longhorns will take over at their own 25-yard line. And they've had success throwing the ball, so they have a shot of maybe extending their lead here.
I look for them to go deeper on this play, Matt.
And Fannin Steele is lining up.
Oh, looks like we had false start.
Yep. See if Travis is correct on his call. And he is. That is false start. But in this situation, 5 yards probably not going to make a big difference one way or the other.
No, not in this case.
It's 23 seconds left to play. It's going to be one big play, and there's not much difference between a 70-yard play and a 80-yard play. Of course, this is not a 50-yard field, so that doesn't apply. Fannin Steele drops back to pass. Moorhead providing pressure.
Nice. I'm very impressed with the kid's arm.
Yep, that is a completion to number 5, Jared Borger. So Fannin Steele showed good poise there.
Looks like
a quick official timeout here. I don't know.
I thought it looked like he got out of bounds there on that play, Matt.
I thought so as well.
The clock should have stopped, but it kept running.
Yeah, they may try to put some time back on the clock because I agree. I believe that Borger did finish that play out of bounds, so the clock should have stopped. So we'll see if they add some time back. Well,
wow.
Doesn't look like the officials are going to take any action, so we'll stay at 9 seconds left to play here, and the Longhorns take a timeout. Here at the start of the second half, we'd like to go down to Evan for a sideline report.
Welcome back. This has been an exciting game. An early interception last quarter proved to be the beginning of a Longhorn touchdown streak. Throughout the quarter, they slowly closed the gap and eventually took the lead over the Mavericks, leaving this at a game of 26-22. I spoke to assistant coach Peter Kern and asked him about his thoughts about the game. He said they came out strong, but they need to work on their pass defense, and that's about the only thing that they need to change. And back to you guys.
Thanks, Evan, for that informative report. And we're set to get started here pretty soon here to start off the second half. Again, the Mavericks trail the Longhorns by a score of 22-26. So what's your insightful analysis of how the first half went there, Travis?
Well, the Mavericks came out of the gate really good, Matt, by scoring early. But there towards the end of the halftime, Hodgeman County really put it together and took the lead.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the passing game of the Longhorns. Both Borger and Fannensteel looked to have pretty good arms on them. They did a lot of damage in the air.
Yeah, most of the passes that Fannensteel's thrown were laser beams. They were right on target, right way down the field.
Mavericks will kick off to start the second half. Borger will field it, or he won't field it, let it still get by him. And the officials will rule that a touchback, and the Longhorns will start at their own 15.
It wouldn't surprise me at all, Matt, if they didn't come out throwing again.
It is definitely where they had the most of their success in the first half. But then again, they have the lead now. They may be a little bit more conservative in their play in the second.
Snyder ball.
Borger will take the snap, and he will hand it off. Not much doing there for the run game on the Longhorns. That ball carrier was Alex Krieger, number 3. But really, he didn't get anything. That's no gain. Be second and 10.
Fumble,
Borger, yep. Borger bobbled that snap. Does fall on it, but not before. That'll be a little bit of a loss for the Longhorns. That backs the Longhorns back to the 12-yard line. Actually, that's about the 13. Fannensteel's going to throw it. He rolls out to his right. Again, not much there for him, but he's able to turn the corner. He's still on his feet. He is going to bring it out all the way past the 30-yard line of the Mavericks for a big gain. He brings it down to the 28.
He's really been hurting the Mavericks with his legs. When the passing play breaks down, he's really been able to drive it down the field.
At the end of the day, the Longhorns may have quite a few yards on the ground, but most of those will have come on scramble plays, on plays where the Mavericks secondary was able to cover all the receivers, but unfortunately the Longhorn quarterbacks are proving to be pretty fleet of foot and are making something where nothing started out. So 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from the 28-yard line of the Mavericks. Borger back at quarterback. That's a handoff.
Oh,
yeah, looks like we got a flag on the play. That was 21 Tanner Kier on the carry. Not many yardage. We'll see what the flag is. And that is a block below the waist, I believe. So my illustrious colleague is nodding his head in approval, so apparently I do know what I'm talking about in this instance.
Yes, Matt, it was not a foul ball.
Not a foul ball. Bunt would have been my second guess, not a foul ball.
Okay.
A lot of those go along the ground, they're low, like a low block below the waist.
Fan interference.
Yeah. But getting back to the game, as we probably should do, that will back the Longhorns back up into their own territory, back to their own 37, where it will be 1 and a healthy dosage of yardage. Called about 25, 1st and 25. Borger hands off to number 2. That's Alex Krieger. He gains several yards, but that'll bring up 2nd and long still. at least gets it back to Maverick territory to the 38. Will be second and call it about 20 or 19 or 20.
Today is John David Paul Glazer's 16th birthday. Happy birthday, Johan.
Borger going to keep the ball running to his right. He's got a hole, and he is not going to be caught. That is a touchdown on the ground for Borger.
Yeah, that was quarterback keeper all the way, Matt. He just bootlegged right on out and cut through. Mavericks couldn't touch him.
So the Longhorns able to quickly extend their lead here, starting the second half, third quarter. Third time's the charm. And once again, I think you're winning the bet.
I'm smelling that Coke already.
I should have went ahead and preemptively bought it for you at halftime. Sadly, I did not. So Longhorns will attempt to get the 2-point conversion. Borger hands it off to number 2, Landon Henning. Sorry, that's Alex Krager. And Krager does bring it in for the 2-point conversion and extends the lead for the Longhorns to 34 points to 22 for the Mavericks.
Yeah, the momentum of this game has most definitely swung in favor of the Longhorns, Matt. They're really, really pushing the ball down the field now.
Yeah, and you're right. The Mavericks actually got off to a pretty good start. Had a 16-0 lead there early in the first quarter. But since that point, really, the Longhorns have pretty much controlled this game. From that point, they've outscored the Mavericks 34-6. But there's still a lot of football here left to play, and the Mavericks still within a couple of touchdowns, so anyone's game yet. Longhorns set to kick off, and Powell will be deepest for the Mavericks with Behe a little bit in front of him. See if the Longhorns elect to do a squib kick, which has been working out fairly well for them. Yep. Once again, kick along the ground. Behe will field it. Pushes forward. He's going to break past the 35-yard line out to the 36. So pretty good field position for the Mavericks.
Very good field position. Easily within striking distance.
So the Mavericks have adjusted their kickoff receiving formation, and that actually seems to be working well. First few times that the Longhorns tried that kick style, it was fielded by the line, but last couple, Behe, one of the backs, is able to field it and get quite a pretty good yardage and pretty good starting field position. Powell lines up the shotgun. He's going to keep it, running to his left. He's got some room. And he brings it out to the 35-yard line of the Longhorns. That's a 9-yard gain. He'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Again, the Mavericks have been having a lot of success coming along the outside here with
They haven't been able to turn that corner every time, but if they are able to get outside and beat the Longhorn defense to the corner, they're generally picking up pretty good yardage. So we got 2nd and 1 for the Mavericks. Powell will line up in the shotgun again with Behe to his side. Takes a snap, hands off to Behe. He dances his way forward. He brings it up to the 31-yard line of the Longhorns, good for a first down.
Tell you what, running behind Dylan Crumpler and Lyman Moorhead is a pretty nice thing for somebody as fleet of foot as Behe is.
So that's one situation in football where being a little shorter can actually help you. You can kind of hide behind your offensive line. Defense can't find you. Kind of sneak your way around and get some extra yardage. And Behe seems to be able to do that fairly well tonight. Powell takes a snap. He hands off to Coulter Brown, but Coulter Brown does not have a lot of room. He's taken down from behind in the backfield. Falls forward to the 30. That's a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like Zach Shu really cut through the line there and got into the backfield and caught him from behind.
And Coulter's limping a little bit coming off the field, so let's hope he's able to come back in the game here soon. Officials gave him about 2 yards on that carry. Would bring up 2nd and 8. Powell again in the shotgun with Behe to his side. Powell's going to keep it up the middle. He's got a little room. Running to his right, cuts back in, and he's going to bring it inside the 15-yard line down to the 12. Chain gang gets their exercise for the night.
Yeah, Trevor had a nice little move there in the backfield. Faked out one defender.
Yeah.
Made it downfield.
Knew when to bounce it outside and when to cut it back in, and that was a nice long gain. Powell takes a snap. He's going to run through the middle, but not much room that time. He's only able to bring it up to 11, a gain of about 2, not quite 2. Be 2nd and 8.
Somebody block.
Apparently I can't read a spot because that's 2nd and 10. It's again, like I said, near midfield I'm good. Toward the end zones, anyone's guess. And my guesses are wrong usually. Behe gets the carry. He's got a hole. And that is the second play, which Behe takes a nice carry almost to the end zone, but is tripped up at the last moment.
But he made enough yardage for a first down there, Matt, so that gives him 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll have 4 good chances to punch this in from, looks like it's just inside the 1.
It's really about the 10-yard line.
About the same to me. Powell's going to keep it up the middle, and he is going to bring it in.
That's really good, Matt. The line really pushed forward. Trevor just tucked in right behind him and dove into the end zone.
So Mavericks back within a touchdown here. If they were able to convert, they'll be within 4 points, so let's see if they can do it. See if they can put the power of the pink socks to good use. Powell going to keep it up the middle. He's met early, but he is not able to bring it in. So no good, but the Mavericks are within a touchdown again here at 6:42 left to play in the 3rd quarter. While we're waiting for the kickoff here, I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank a couple companies that have really helped make this live broadcast possible. First company I'd like to thank is 3-Tier Strategy. They're our live streaming hosts. They provide the server space and the bandwidth so that we're able to bring you this game live. Hope a lot of you are watching us live here tonight. So thank you to 3-Tier Strategy. Other company I'd like to thank is ITC. ITC is actually putting some high-power transmission lines through the county, and another thing they've done is they made a generous donation to the Kiowa County Media Center Foundation, and that will be going towards a high-speed fiber data link between our remote facilities and our nice facility at the Commons, and that will help us bring these, again, another thing that helps us bring you these broadcasts live. So, again, big thanks to both 3-Tier Strategy and ITC for all their help they provided the Kiowa County Media Center. Borger receives the kick, and he's going to run it up the middle. He is met by Powell at about the 27-yard line, but he is able to power his way forward through a couple tackles and actually gets up to about the 31, 32-yard line.
Yeah, Powell had really good position on him, but he just kept his legs moving and broke away.
First and 10 for the Longhorns. Borger is doing the quarterbacking for this down. He looks like he's going to keep it, but no room for him. He may have lost a yard or two there. The officials are going to give him forward progress and mark him down at the original line of scrimmage. The 32-yard line will be 2nd and 10. Borger's going to keep it, running to his right, able to avoid the first tackler, but there's a wave of Mavericks ready to bring him down for good.
Looks like the Longhorns' game plan for the second half so far, Matt, has been run the ball on the ground and burn some clock off since they have the lead now.
True, but I mean, it's really early in the game yet. They, with only a 4-point lead, really not this time to play conservatively, especially given the fact that the running game has not done that great for them tonight. And they are returning the passing game here. That's Fennensteel. It's again having trouble finding an open man, but he finally does. Borger, and he is going to bring it in for a touchdown.
Nobody was on Borger at all. He found a soft spot in the defense, and easy touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, that's kind of been the MO for the Longhorns tonight, where they've done a lot of damages. Passing plays where there's not a lot there initially, but Fannensteel or Borger, depending on who's quarterbacking for them, able to buy enough time with their legs and either get downfield on scramble or, again, the secondary of the Mavericks are trying to move forward to contain that scramble, leaving the receivers open for a large passing play. So that will extend the lead for the Longhorns back to 12 points, and they'll try to add 2 more to the total. That is Landon Henning on the carry, and he does get in the end zone for a 2-point conversion that is good. That will extend the total for the Longhorns to 42 points. That is good for a 14-point advantage over the Mavericks, who sit at 28. And while we're waiting for the next kickoff, I'd also like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that we will be having the grand opening and dedication of the Kiowa County Commons. That will be next Tuesday, November 1st. I'd like to invite everyone to come out at 11 a.m. to kind of cut the ribbon on this great new facility. That is the Commons, if you're not familiar with it, that is the building that houses the facilities of the Kiowa County Media Center. Also contains the Greensburg branch of the Kiowa County Library, the Kiowa County Historical Museum, and also offices for the Kiowa County branch of K-State Research and Extension. So it's a great modern facility. We're excited to dedicate it here in a little over a week, and hope you come out and join us for that.
Yeah, and Matt, but at 10 o'clock that morning also, the Historical Museum will be having the grand opening of the soda fountain too. So before you come in for the ribbon cutting, please come in and stop in and have a soda drink.
Will they be free sodas?
Has yet to be determined.
Just had to ask. Might increase traffic that way, but you might lose some money. So
admission to the museum will be free for the first full week.
That is a very short kick. That went of 2 yards or so. Unfortunately, I believe that is a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. The rules say a ball has to go 10 yards, and that ball didn't go 10 yards. So Mavericks will take over in very good shape inside Longhorn territory. They'll start 1st and 10 from Longhorn 33. Powell takes the snap. He's going to keep it, running to his left. He's got some room. Nice little gain for Powell, out to about the 25.
It was a nice gain of 8 yards, Matt, on that carry.
Nice gain, not quite enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 25, call that 2nd down and 2. Powell in the shotgun, Behe to his side. Powell's going to pitch it to Behe, running to the left.
Behe's forced out of bounds.
It's going to be close, Matt.
Yeah, Behe gets to the 23, which is really close to the first down. We'll see what the officials decide. Looks like they're going to bring it out for a measurement.
Looks like you might have it by the nose of the ball, Matt.
Nose of the ball is right on the 23, which is just about where the first down marker looks to be, but let's see if we can get a close-up here and see where we're at. That is very close. Be just barely short by a couple links of the chain. So it'll be third down for the Mavericks, but the bright side is they don't know how far to go to get that first.
Quarterback sneak.
One thing about the Mavericks, though, is they very rarely put the ball or put the quarterback right behind center. They most of the time they'll go out of the shotgun. So that play got the Mavericks just to the 23-yard line, and they have to get just on the other side of the 23 for a first down. So third and an inch or two. We'll see if the Mavericks can convert. Powell indeed does line up in the shotgun. We've got Tyree in motion. He's going to get the ball running to the left side. Not a big game, but I believe that'll be enough for a first down. He gets out to the 22. So that will be a yard, but when you only need an inch, a yard's good enough.
Now, Matt, these pink socks have really, really been distracting me. I really think you need to get yourself a pair.
Sure. I really have nothing to say to that, ladies and gentlemen. I can only just completely agree with my friend here. I need a pair of pink socks. So if any of you, want to feel generous, most of you know where I am, so just feel to drop some by.
I will laugh if there shows up a pair on your desk tomorrow.
Powell's going to keep it to his right side. He's got a lot of room. Spun around, but stood up just shy of the goal line. Nice run by Powell.
That was a nice little spin move there, right about the 3-yard line, Matt. They got him a couple extra yards.
So Powell doing his best Behe impression and getting the ball almost in, but not quite. No offense to either Behe or Powell on that. Just again, that's had a lot of runs almost, but not quite. But the good news for the Mavericks is whenever they do get close, they have been able to finish it off and punch it in on the next play or two. So see if they can continue that trend here. Powell is in the shotgun. He hands off to Behe. And that time it is Behe finishing it off. So congratulations to the Mavericks. And they're able to pull within a touchdown again. And so again, we've got a close game.
We really need to convert on this 2-point here, Matt. That would put us within 6 to where score would tie the game.
Yeah, it's always good to, again, even if they don't make it, they'll in theory still be within a 1-run score. But it's always best to, take whatever points you can get. So get the 2-point on this one, get the 2-point on the next one, and they got the lead. So Powell back to receive the snap. Nice fake handoff there. That fake, I think that really did the trick because most of the defense went after Behe and not Powell, and he brought it in.
Yeah, they really did bite on that fake. That was very well laid out, very well executed.
So that 2-point conversion does indeed get the Mavericks back within 6 points. We sit at the score of 42 points for the Hodgeman County Longhorns and 36 points for the Kiowa County Mavericks. So with 4:12 left remaining, the Hodgeman County Longhorns will be receiving the kickoff. Tyree will be doing the kicking, and looks like Borger will be deep for the Longhorns. Tyree with a nice deep kick. Borger receives it at about the 7. Finds a crease up the middle. Sorry, that is Landon Henning on the reception, not Borger. Nonetheless, that is a very good return for the Longhorns. They get back with inside Maverick territory.
Yeah, Tucker McKinney definitely saved a touchdown there on that one, Matt.
So, and Henning had a pretty nice gap straight up the middle. Longhorns will start at the Maverick 35. Borger's going to keep it, but he is not going to have any room to do anything. That'll be a loss.
Yeah, Dylan just stood up the offensive lineman right across from him, pushed him back, and was in Berger's face before he even had a chance to do anything.
That's a loss of 2, pushes the Longhorns back to the 37-yard line of the Mavericks. And really on straight run plays, the Mavericks have been doing very well on defense. Again, very many props to the Maverick defensive line. Really nothing doing for the run game. At the end of the day, the stats may show that they had some good gains on the ground, but those were all busted passing plays for the most part.
Absolutely, Matt. And, set up by the defensive pressure that Dylan and them have been putting on.
Handoff goes to Henning. He's able to bring it up to the 31-yard line. About a 5-yard gain. Bring up 3rd and about 6. Borger takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Alex Krager. Krager doesn't have a lot of room, however. He's only able to bring it just inside the 30. He'll bring up 4th down. Sorry, did I say 30 or 40?
30.
If I said 40, I meant 30.
I believe you said 30.
So at 4th and just under 5, the Longhorns lineup looks like for a pass. Fennensteel lines up in the shotgun. He's going to throw it. It's again good coverage. He doesn't have anyone to throw it to. He's going to scramble. And he has a lot of room.
It looks like this one's going to be coming back, Matt. There was a block in the back.
Yeah, I don't know. We may have, I don't know if it's going to be 2 separate flags or not. There were 2 flags that came in. We'll see if both officials saw the same thing or if there are 2 different penalties. But I agree. I'm guessing it's probably coming back, and yep, an illegal block, a block in the back against the Longhorns. So that's coming back.
Yeah, the Mavericks definitely got a lucky break on that one there too, Matt.
Well, I don't know if it was such a lucky break. I think I had a pretty good view of that block in the back, and looked like Lyman Moorhead had a pretty good shot at getting Fannensteel there, and it was actually the block in the back that kind of opened up the gap. So that penalty will be marked from, looks about the 29-yard line. Brings that back out to the 39, where it will be 4th and much longer than it used to be.
I really expect the Longhorns to come out here with Fannensteel at quarterback and in this play. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, 4th and long, about 13, 14 yards. Definitely, they've shown the ability to throw some deep passes, but they look like they're lining up for a punt. Powell looks like he'll be receiving. Nice high, deep kick. Powell's going to let that one drop. It'll go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line of the Mavericks. So really good punt there for the Longhorns, putting the Mavericks fairly deep in their own territory. Mavericks line up on a spread offense with 3 receivers. Powell's going to keep it, though, run to his right. Not a lot of room for Trevor there. He's only able to bring it to about the 20. That's called about a 3-yard gain.
Didn't quite make the corner on that one.
Actually call that a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 for the Mavericks. Powell lines up in the shotgun. He keeps it running forward. Again, not a lot of room for Powell, though he does pick up another couple yards. Brings it up to the 22, or 23 about. It'll be 3rd and 5. Coulter Brown's coming into the game for the Mavericks. See what the Mavericks do here on 3rd and 5. We have a timeout on the field taken by the Mavericks. So with this timeout, we're going to have a little break. Look forward to getting you back here after the timeout. Back, we have just under a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Mavericks have 3rd and 5. Powell's going to keep it, run to his right, and he's got room. He's going to get the first down easily. He is forced out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, but it looks like we have a flag. What you calling on that one? I'm thinking, I don't know if it's thinking a blocking penalty, face mask.
Know.
That is indeed a face mask against the Longhorns, so Mavericks will have a few extra yards tacked onto the end.
Absolutely.
So that face mask penalty will get the Mavericks several extra yards and push the ball into Longhorn territory. They'll have 1st and 10 from the 38. Powell takes a snap. He's going to run to his left. Turns the corner. He's going to get some good yardage. Runs over the defender. That was a nice lowering of the shoulder there.
Again, once he gets around that corner, they're not going to catch him.
The defender didn't tackle him. He tackled the defender. End result is a nice gain for Powell. It's enough for a first down.
Just keep moving the chains.
So first down for the Mavericks. Powell's going to take the snap, running into the middle, steps around a defender, gets about to the 21-yard line. It's a nice gain of about 5.
Real lucky on that break.
No, don't stop talking on my account. I'm sorry. I think my friend is being a little bit cracked up by the shenanigans going on in our production trailer. So I did indeed say shenanigans. I'm being criticized for my vocabulary by our producer, Grant Newhold. So I'm going to say shenanigans, and you're going to like it. That play will end the 3rd quarter, setting up a 3rd and about 4 for the Mavericks. We'll return here for the final quarter after this short break. Welcome back. As we get ready to start the 4th quarter, we're going to send down to Katie Large for a sideline report.
Coming out of first quarter, the Mavericks seemed to have a good deal of momentum built up for them. Unfortunately, the Longhorns had made adjustments and came out fighting, pulling ahead of the Mavericks to make it a one-possession game. The Mavericks sideline seems very happy to welcome back senior Jordan Wyrick, who's been out with an injury since the second quarter. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Katie, for that informative report as we get ready to start play. Powell runs off to the left side. He's fighting, trying to get that first down. It's going to be close. He's forced out at the 16-yard line. That is going to be very close to a first down. Just not quite enough. Actually, that's the 17-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 1.
Really big play call here, Matt. The Mavericks really need this first down to stay in the ball game.
Right, you pretty much have to go up for it in this sort of situation. 4th and short, down a touchdown, and deep in your opponent's territory. So
I'd be really surprised.
Let's see if they're able to convert and keep this drive going. Powell runs forward, and he is going to get that first down. Looks like he might have lost the ball, but the officials are going to call him down. So that's going to be a first down for the Mavericks.
Yeah, that was a really, really good play call. They got up to the line real quick after that, Matt. Trevor took the ball, just dove right on across.
Yeah, just a short gain to go. They didn't do anything fancy, just snapped to the quarterback, and he just ran straight forward as fast as he could and got a couple yards. Good for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Mavericks as they try to tie and or take the lead here, down by 6 points. Powell takes the snap. He's going to keep it, running to the right. He's able to run over a couple guys, as in hurdle over a couple guys, and gets a nice gain inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Called about a 5-yard gain, so that'll be 2nd and about 5 from the 9. Just under 10.5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Powell takes the snap. He's going to run to his right. Not much room there. He's only able to bring it to about the 8, called a gain of 1, bring up 3rd and 4.
Trevor's slow to get up.
Yeah. Again, never like to see anyone who's slow to get up, but key is he did get up, and he looks to be walking fairly well, so hopefully he's staying in the game. So 3rd and 4, another big play for the Mavericks. Again, they really need to keep this drive going. Down 6 here late in the game. Powell keeps it, cuts back inside. Doesn't have a lot of room, and that's going to bring up another pivotal 4th down for the Mavericks.
It looks like Jordan's back on the sidelines, Matt.
Very, very good thing to see. Again, really scary whenever you see a player taken off the field on a stretcher.
Yeah,
so. Looks like the Mavericks will take a timeout here and discuss their options. Again, very big 4th down. Welcome back here to the game with 9:13 left to play in the game. The Mavericks are down by 6 points, but threatening. They got 4th and 3 from inside the Longhorn 10. Before we start play here, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that the Kiowa County Mavericks will be starting a volleyball tournament from Elwood at 2 o'clock on Saturday. That will be broadcast on the radio, and if you want to listen in online to that, you can actually find that at superhits1290.com. So Saturday, 2 p.m., Maverick Volleyball. Please tune in to Super Hits 1290. So again, that tournament is taking place from Ellenwood, Kansas. So Mavericks have a big 4th down conversion here. They hand it off. Trick play. That's going to work out well for the Mavericks.
Nice play.
Tyree took the end-around handoff, but he wasn't running. He was throwing, and he finds Creighton McDonald in the end zone.
Very well designed play. It's good to see Coach Young opening up the playbook to get those points.
That was a timeout well spent.
Very well spent.
So with that, we have a tie game, and the Mavericks will try to take the lead here with just over 9 minutes left to play. Powell's going to keep it, running up the middle, but he is not going to make it. We are going to stay at a tie game. So unfortunately for the Mavericks, they aren't able to take the lead there, but all things considered, the way that, say, the second and third quarters went, it's nice to see a little momentum swinging back in the Mavericks' favor. So here with just over 9 minutes left to play, we got a tie game.
It's a whole new ball game, man. It's a whole new ball game. 0-0, 9 minutes to go.
While we have a timeout waiting for the kickoff here, we'd like to take another opportunity to remind everyone that we'll be having the grand opening ceremony for the Kiowa County Commons facility on Tuesday, November 1st at 11 a.m. That's at 320 South Main here in Greensburg. Kiowa County Commons facility is a beautiful new LEED Platinum facility of the county. Contains library, museum, the media center, our offices, and also offices for Kansas State Research and Extension. Beautiful facility, and would love to have as many people down there as possible for our grand opening. Please feel free to stop by at 11 o'clock Tuesday, November 1st.
It is most definitely a beautiful building, Matt. The second floor there, the views, the whole city. I'm very impressed with the way that the Commons has turned out.
Tyree set to do the kicking for the Mavericks. He's going to do his own little onside squib kick. That is bobbled by the Longhorns, who is going to come up with that. And officials saying it is the Longhorns. So,
yeah, they got on that early, Matt. The refs are going to get possession to the first guy that really gets the ball in a situation like that.
Close but no cigar. That's a relevant phrase. That's another one. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Pies.
Be first and 10 for the Longhorns from their own 34-yard line. Fannin-Steele on the pass. Good defense by the Mavericks. That ball's tipped away for an incompletion.
Yeah, Coulter Brown really did a good job on coverage there. Got his hands up at the right time, knocked the ball out of bounds.
Fannin-Steele was trying to thread the needle there, but Brown, he was not having any of that. So good defense by the Mavericks. Bring up second and 10 for the Longhorns.
Pursuit, gentlemen, pursuit.
So second and 10.
Let's get with the
Landon Henning got that carry for the Longhorns. Longhorns have a player down. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Looks like there's a couple players there shaking up, Matt. Number 24 is also Ryan Rudzik. It looks like he's doubled over as well.
David Alvarado. So let's hope that he bounces back.
You know, speaking about the Commons, Matt, have you noticed the graphics that the museum has in the windows there?
Yes, I have. Our museum exhibits, actually, they're being installed as we speak, believe it or not. That's kind of the reason we're having the grand opening here in a couple weeks. We're waiting on those museum exhibits to start up, but they'll be in place for the grand opening here in a little over a week. But those are, they're interesting. They got that green black lighting going on. I'll tell you, the Commons is a great building for a light show at night if you want one.
Oh yes, it is. The LED lighting there on the pillars and then the floor next to the pond.
Alvarado is back up on his feet. Under some help from the coaches. Let's hope he's able to bounce back here soon. So we'll resume play. So as we come back from the injury timeout, the Longhorns will have 3rd and 5 from their own 39. Really a big third down here. Could be a big momentum swing as we've got a tie game and just a little under 9 minutes to go here in the game.
Yeah, the Mavericks. If the Mavericks can get a stop here and hold them on 4th down as well, we'll have a good chance of maybe pulling ahead and taking this home for a W.
Fannin Steele drops back to pass. He's able to get it out to Borger. Borger receives. He sheds a tackler.
Oh,
but he loses the ball. Let's see who came up with the ball there.
Oh,
it is the Mavericks.
Recovered by the Mavericks.
That is a huge, huge play. I tell you, that is just the huge momentum swing. Instead of having 1st and goal from inside the 5, Mavericks are going to have the ball with a long field ahead of them to try and take the lead.
Yeah, Matt, that's a really big turnover here. Let's see if the Mavericks can pull it out. They're really crouched down in their end zone. There's some danger there, but hopefully we can get some positive yardage and get out of this hole, drive the ball down the field, and go ahead for the victory.
Yep. So 1st and 10, but the Mavericks have a long way to go if they want to take the lead on this possession. Powell lines up the shotgun inside the end zone. He's going to keep it running forward.
Looks like Trevor fumbled the ball back.
Yeah. Giveth and taketh away. That's yeah. As big as a momentum swing that last fumble was, same could be applied to that one. So end result's pretty much the same as if the Longhorns never give it away. They'll have 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
Or so that's the 4.
Oh, false start. Looks like there's some movement in the Longhorn line, Matt.
Good prognostication from our color analyst. So instead of 1st and goal from inside the 5, it'll be 1st and goal from just inside the 10. So 1st and goal remains from the 9-yard line for the Longhorns. Handoff goes to number 3. That's Landon Henning. He's able to bring the ball inside the 5. Be 2nd and goal from the 4. So Borger is behind center. He's running to his right, trying to make the corner. And he does make it, just barely, but he does.
Yeah, got the ball over the end marker and in for the touchdown.
Longhorns regain the lead. Now up 48-42. Try to put a full 2-point conversion between them and the Mavericks, or a touchdown with a 2-point conversion between them and the Mavericks. Borger lines up behind center. He's going to hand off to Henning, it looks like, and Henning has no one there to touch him, and he brings it in for the 2 points. So with that 2-point conversion, the Longhorns are 8 points up, 50-42. But the Mavericks will be getting the ball back, so hopefully they'll be able to retie this game and keep this game going.
Yeah, I'd really like to see the Mavericks come down and score again, tie it up.
Apologies if we're sounding like homers here, ladies and gentlemen, but we are from Kiowa County. We're rooting for the home team. We do that.
I am wearing red, though.
That is true.
I am wearing red. I wanted to at least give the air of neutrality.
I've done that myself before. I've worn blue shirts on days we were playing blue teams. I have very few orange shirts. I should rectify that.
I think come basketball season, for courtside, we need to break out the suits.
I'm game for that if you are.
Okay.
So if you're going to be attending any Kiowa County Mavericks basketball games this winter, just look for the dapper gentlemen in suits. That'll be the announcing team.
Ooh, nice.
Not much room there for the Mavericks on the return. That was number 88, Tucker McKinney, looked like on the return. Not a lot of room, but the Mavericks will start this drive at about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he really took a shot there, Matt, at the end.
True, but he stayed on his feet for the most part. More than I would have if I'd taken that hit. I'll tell you that much. You talk about boxers having glass jaws. I have a glass everything. Powell takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Behe, but Behe loses the ball. And that fumble is again recovered by the Longhorns. So 2 quick fumbles by the Mavericks really hurt their chances here late in the game.
Yeah, they're really starting to self-destruct, Matt.
Just again, they battled back from a couple touchdowns down to tie the game. But 2 quick fumbles have really put their prospects of winning this game in serious jeopardy here with 7 minutes left to go. So Borger behind center. He's going to hand off to number 2. That's Alex Krager. We do have a flag on the play. What's that one, Travis?
Offsides? Question mark? Illegal block.
That is a mistake on your part.
It is.
I think you're still ahead, though.
Yeah.
So that block will push the Longhorns back. Actually, push them back pretty far. That's a 15-yard penalty. That'll push them all the way back to the 32-yard line. So first and a bucket load of yardage to go. Call it 23. Borger takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right. Looks like he wants to pass it. Doesn't have anyone to throw it to, however. He's going to keep it and is forced out of bounds at about, looks like about the 27. Call it a gain of 5. So 2nd and 19. Fannin Steele back at quarterback for the Longhorns, which means, as you would expect, a pass play. A lot of time, and he's able to scramble, running up the middle. He is finally brought down inside the 15, but that's a nice long scramble play for Fannin Steele.
Yeah, he really had nowhere to go with that ball, Matt, on that play.
He's done that a few times. I mean, if he's got an open receiver, he's going to find him with his arm, but there have been several plays where the Mavericks defense has done a good job on coverage, but Fannin Steele's been able to make him pay with his feet on a scramble. While that was a long gain for Fannin Steele, with it being 2nd and 19, that's not good for a first down. It'll be 3rd and about 7 from just inside the 15-yard line. Fannin Steele drops back to pass, and he's going to throw it this time.
Intercepted,
and that is intercepted by Powell in the end zone.
Intercepted by Trevor Powell. It'll be a touchback.
That was a big play.
Powell had a good read on Fannin Steele that time, was able to see where he was trying to throw the ball, stepped in front of the receiver, and came down with it. So great play by Powell, and Mavericks may have some life left in them after all. Still down only 8, and they'll take over after the touchback at their own 15.
Yeah, we really need to, or the Mavericks really need to put the past couple series behind them, Matt, on this drive here. And forget about those past fumbles and really get back to work.
Yep. Again, protecting the ball is key, though we have just under 6 minutes left to play here. The Mavericks are down by 8 points. Really key for them to keep a drive going here and hopefully score and tie the game. Powell's going to keep it to the right side, but not a lot of room for him. He's only able to bring it in just inside the 15. We'll mark him down at about the 16. That's a gain of 1. Be 2nd and 9. Powell lines up, shotgun. Rolling out to his right. Looks like he wants to pass it, but does not have enough time. Does a good job to get back almost to original line of scrimmage, but that's all he gets.
Yeah, he did a really good job there to prevent from getting the complete sack, Matt.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be sacked for maybe a 5-yard loss, but he was able to make, nothing out of less than nothing, which is a victory, I guess, if you look at it that way. Be 3rd and just a little over 9. And we've got about 4.5 minutes left to play. 3rd and long for the Mavericks. They really need to make something happen here as time's running out on them. Powell throwing a screen. I'm not sure if that was a forward pass or not. Looks like they're ruling that was a ruling that an incomplete pass. Bring up 4th and 9. This is really a tough call for the Mavericks. I mean, it's 4th and long, deep in their own end zone, or deep in their own territory. But time's running out on them, and it looks like the coaching staff is going to want to have a little extra time to make this. So as our coaching staff tries to make this tough decision, we're going to take a quick break. Here, 4th and 10, or near 10, with late in the game, they are going to go for it. Powell's alone in the backfield with 4 receivers. He is going to try to throw it, but he is dropped immediately on the sack. Too many receivers, not enough blockers.
Yeah, the Longhorns really saw that play coming.
Yeah, they didn't. And to, add injury to insult, unfortunately, Powell is down after that play, so the Mavericks suffering another injury here. So as Powell gets helped off the field, we wish him the best. Hopefully he'll bounce back and be ready here fairly soon. But in the meantime, things are not looking good for the Mavericks team as a whole, as that play was a turnover and downs, and Longhorns will take over inside the 10-yard line and try to extend their lead.
Yeah, score here, Matt, pretty well will put it out of reach for the Mavs.
Borger going to run to his right. He is able to avoid some tacklers and bring it in. So that puts the game at a 2-score game, and not a lot of time left for the Mavericks to make up this deficit. They're going to have to score pretty quick and probably have to go for an onside kick then.
Is Hodgeman
So the Longhorns will line up for the 2-point conversion. Borger will be quarterbacking behind center. Handoff goes to number 2. That is Alex Kreger.
2-point conversion fails.
No good there, so good news for the Mavericks is instead of down 16, they're only down 14, but down 14 with under 4 minutes to go is not a place you really want to be.
You know, stranger things have happened.
Much stranger things have happened. Having trouble thinking of any off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Well, you look at the college game earlier this year with Auburn. You know
that one college game. There's been more than one, hasn't there?
No.
Okay.
You know what I meant.
Okay. Sorry.
The Auburn game earlier this year. They were down with very little time left and scored onside kick. Scored again.
It's like, well, you know, like I say, in college they play a full 60 minutes. In high school they play a full 48. So we haven't played those 48 yet. So Mavericks will look to receive this kick. Behe and McKinney will be deep, but we'll see if the Longhorns actually elect to kick it deep. Oftentimes tonight they have not. Another squib kick. Covered by the Mavericks.
Coulter
brought out to
Brown.
about the 35. You see who was able to come up with that, Travis?
Coulter Brown.
Coulter Brown.
That, Matt.
Was able to come up with that quick, fast spinning kick and bring it almost out to the 35-yard line. So with just over 3.5 minutes left to play, the Mavericks will try to work a little magic. Get themselves back within a touchdown. And with the injury to Powell, it will be Trevor Tyree doing the quarterbacking now for the Mavericks. Hands it off to Behe. He's got some room. Nice gain for Behe.
Nice run.
Yeah, he brings it out to the 32-yard line of the Longhorns. That's a 14-yard gain or so, more than enough for a first down. So, nice start to that series. Tyree takes the snap, hands it off to Brown this time. Brown's got some room. He brings it inside about to the 25-yard line. It's a nice gain of about 7. Bring up 2nd and 3. Tyree gets the play call, goes back to the huddle.
Yeah, the clock is really running down here, Matt.
It is. We're inside 3 minutes, but still moving the ball pretty well here. Tyree takes the snap. Able to evade a tackler. Throws the ball up. Good defense there. Looks like, was that Fanninsteel? That was Fanninsteel on the breaking up the pass play.
Yeah, he really threw it up for grabs there, Matt.
True. Fanninsteel, though, made probably a smart play. Just rather than going for the interception, was content just to knock the ball down and bring up 3rd and short for the Mavericks. Tyree takes the snap. Hands off to Behe, but he is going nowhere. That's going to be a loss for the Mavericks. He's marked down at about the 33. Bring up about 4th and 6. So, pivotal play here. Got to think if Mavericks aren't able to convert here, this game's got to be very much out of their reach.
Yeah.
Behe keeps it to the right side, gets some yardage, but it looks like he's going to be short of the first down by a yard or 2. And that is indeed the case. That will be a turnover on downs. Well, yep. So the ball will go back to the Longhorns with under 2 minutes left to play, putting them in very good shape here inside 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're almost to the point, Matt, where the Longhorns could just kneel on the ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to remind you that there is a fifth quarter of YFC for the high school, fifth quarter for YFC.
So 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from their own 23. They'll probably look to just run the ball here a few times and try to take the time off the clock. Borger keeps it up the middle. He's able to take it up to about the 28-yard line, nearly the 29. It's a nice gain of about 4 or 5 yards, and most importantly for the Longhorns, that's the clock will continue to tick down.
State volleyball tomorrow. You can pick it up on the internet at the Kiowa County Media Center website.
Not the Media Center.
Super Hits 1290, I have been corrected. Superhits1290.com.
Borger hands the ball off. That is to number 3, Landon Henning. He's able to get close to a first down. And they are going to say that is good enough for a first down. And with that, I do believe that will probably seal the game for the Longhorns. 1 minute left to play and four sets of downs, or 4 downs.
Yep.
Might see the knee here.
Yep, I fully hope to see the victory formation from the Longhorns. Yep, they are in the victory formation.
Borger takes the snap and a knee. So looks like probably have one more snap, and then that will be the end of this game. So as we get ready for the final play of the game here, just like to thank you for joining us here tonight. Again, kind of a momentous occasion for us here at the Media Center with our first live broadcast of the football season. And just like to thank also all the participants, players, coaches, and fans. Great game here tonight. Pretty close game through most of it. Just a couple miscues toward the end of the game kind of cost the Mavericks dearly, and they'll end up losing this game by a score of 56-42. Still a great game all around. Pretty good effort on all sides. And just want to congratulate the Hodgeman County on the victory, and also congratulate the Mavericks on a great effort.
Just want to say thank you, Matt, for letting me join you up here in the booth this day. Hopefully next year maybe we'll see me up here again.
Yeah, thanks. Well, thanks for agreeing to do this on such short notice. Again, our normal color guy, Tony Factor, was unable to be here tonight. But again, Travis did a great job, so love to have you join us here in the booth day in, day out. Not only in football season, but basketball season as well. So, really, with the game over here, again, final score 56-42 in favor of the Hodgeman County Longhorns over the Kiowa County Mavericks. We'll go ahead and sign off and just say thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to you joining us again once we get into basketball season. We'll be live from the Kiowa County gym and be covering basketball games here this winter. So please join us for that.